Today, Governor Tony Evers signed more than 24 bills. Our Wisconsin State Capitol Bureau Chief Vanessa Kelson breaks down some key takeaways.
It's a busy day at the Capitol.
I'm very excited. I just left the governor's office.
Governor Evers signed dozens of bills focused on community safety, from supporting victims of crime to keeping public schools secure.
We went to work.
Republican Representative Todd Novak has been working to secure funding for the Office of School Safety for a year.
Those in favor of concurrence say aye.
Aye. Why was it important that this stopgap measure was signed into law today?
Because essentially in December, the office would have died. And so many school districts across the state rely on the Office of School Safety to help them.
Also on Evers' docket, a task force to address human trafficking, plus funding to support the Victims of Crime Act, or VOCA.
The federal government didn't do their job in continuing funding that's been there for a long time, and so we stepped in as a state to put some emergency funding in place so that those organizations can continue their good work.
This act allocates $10 million for local organizations supporting everyone from survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence to
child advocacy centers that help with forensic interviews for children who've been victims of really terrible crime and make sure that they have a safe place to tell their stories. We were going to see those services facing cuts if we didn't step in with state dollars.
It's important to note that many of these bills signed today are temporary solutions for funding problems, meaning we'll have to wait and see what happens next after this. In Madison, Vanessa Kelson.